I'm Joe Ginola, and I'm a physician. I grew up in Michigan on the east side in Warren and Shelby.
So my name's Joe Goronsky. I grew up not far from here in Westland, Livonia. I had lived in Northville for about 20 years. He convinced me to come out this way, and we found this wonderful spot, and this is where we decided to make our family. He, Joe, had adopted a beautiful little girl and got her right at birth. And then I showed up on the scene in 2015, like 6 months later. So he's daddy, I'm papa, and we are raising our daughter here at this magical spot.
Our original homes, neither of us could really sort of count them as home for each other. In the meantime, what we had done, I had said I'd like to have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 acres of land. He said he wanted to have something that was within walking distance of downtown. I'd actually talked to Tim about it, and I said, you're probably not going to be able to find this. I said, but this is what we want. I wanted a couple acres of land. He wanted to have something there downtown, walking downtown, and we both like mid-century modern homes. So as soon as I told Tim about it, he said, I got the perfect house for you. And wasn't even on the market yet. He had just started talking with the people. This house is magical. It's like a castle. You know, we've lived here now, what, 4 or 5 years, and every day I come home, I feel like I'm walking into a resort. I feel like I'm walking into a real oasis where I can sit and relax. He sold his house, and he moved 4,000 square feet worth of stuff into a 2,000 square foot condo.
I thought we would be building a place. You know, we'd find a spot around Northville somewhere and build a place. And then Joe told me that his friend Tim might have a place for us. It wasn't on the market. Those folks were just starting to think about selling. And we were going through the house, and I was all ready to not like this, because when I looked it up on Google Maps, the house is backwards in the lot. But then we opened the front door, and it was in the fall, and all this green behind me was gorgeous. It was beautiful. And I was like, oh, I get it. People say that in the first minute you decide if this is your home or not. And as soon as I stepped inside, I could totally see us there. And as we were walking through, Joe was like, this is great. Wow, look at this. This is great. And then he was convinced that I didn't like it because I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything because with every wow and every this is great, you know, it's just adding on to the price of the house.
He thinks we paid about $50,000 more than we had to.
When we walked through the house initially, everything looked great, but when we actually moved in, we decided to actually do more than we had planned to the house, because it needed some love. We're trying to bring it back into this era. So we're not purists when it comes to mid-century, but we try and honor as much as we can. We also wanted a sense of community. We have met the neighbors. They have been wonderful, and it's very diverse. Very, very diverse. So
that was one of the criteria.
That was a criteria.
Because we wanted to be, Farmington Hills is actually one of the most diverse cities in Michigan.
I feel at home here. We did the Founders Day parade, and I walked with them, with Joe and Joanna this year, and I was struck by the number of people who called our name out and waved to us.
As we were walking through. Yeah.
As we were walking through. It's just so much more of a homier feel for me personally.
This home is is something special. It's not just your run-of-the-mill house. It's not just your run-of-the-mill community, and you take care of this house for whoever gets it next. I foresee us always having this house. I my thought is I want to leave it to my daughter. So that's my thought.
We're going to be here a long, long time. This is the kind of place that I've always dreamed of.
This house is something special.